Just to be, again, maybe scene setting and a little provocative, easier for you to work with the Biden administration than the Trump administration? The Abraham Accords, very close relationships with Saudi Arabia. Is this an opportunity in a way for Qatar to kind of reset itself and try to make some real progress on priorities that are your priorities in this period of the Biden administration? Is there something different about what you're trying to get done now?
Well, Ruben, I think this question has been like always there, and people who were asking me this, they were always thinking that it's a provocative question. It's not provocative at all, because the relationship with the US has been very clear since long time. For us, our relation has been built through the institutions. We have very strong institutional relationship, despite the administration which are there in the White House. So it has been very clear, very transparent, and very strong for years. And even during President Trump administration, we have worked very well with the institutions. Probably a lot of people are referring to the beginning of the GCC crisis and the positions that have been taken, which has been a misconception and being corrected right away, right after this. And we are working also very closely with the President Biden administration, and actually the event forced itself also maybe to have or to picture it in a way that it's a closer coordination. But also people tend to forget that the deal between the US and Taliban reached during Trump administration, and we were the one in the middle of these negotiations. So I think the relation with the US has been always in a positive trend, and we look forward to expand it. Our institutional relationship has never been stronger, and we continue to strengthen it. And we hope the years to come, it will be more stronger as well.
Are you ready to produce more gas on behalf of Iran to reduce the pressures in Europe with Russia threatening disruption of gas supply? Maybe, there's two sides to that question. So could I ask you, maybe you could say something about the gas, how much room there is for Qatar from its own supplies to be able to meet the demand? You've got long-term contracts, I believe, with many existing customers. Could you just say something about how much flexibility Qatar has? And then maybe just touch on this Iranian question that's connected to it.
Well, I think, first of all, just to put it in the right context, the energy poverty that Europe is facing right now, it's not only an outcome of the current event, but has been there even before the escalation started. And unfortunately, that in the last period, there was no strategic thinking of securing and sustaining the supply of energy with a balanced policies that taking care of the environment as well. Now, with the current challenges, of course, Qatar is the largest producer and exporter of LNG, along with the US as well, which supply a larger quantity of LNG as well. We are not talking about a substituting of a country or another. I think that what the discussion should be about, how can we approach this issue in collaboration with the countries, with the trading partners, to make sure that the gas is delivered to the consumers, and and also maintain the affordability of that source of energy. Qatar Production, we've been producing in the past few years our maximum capacity. There is an expansion which is hopefully coming in the next couple of years. Right. And we are in continuous discussion with different European countries and different partners in order to also to make sure that any plans that we will agree on, it will be a long-term plan to ensure the sustainability of that supply.
Could you just say a word or two as well about China? We've had several Middle East speakers come and speak here, and some were under the Chairman's rule. What I'm thinking was, so I'm not going to betray the confidence, but what I took away from that meeting was the sense of countries in the Gulf in particular trying to sort of balance between the rise of China in particular as a key market for gas and oil, and the value that China can bring in many cases in investment, in particular in some of the big upscaling of urbanization and all the smart technologies that come with this, and yet wanting to keep a good relationship with the United States on the security front. I mean, I don't hear Qatar talked about as much in facing that dilemma. Could you say a word or two about the kind of relationship with China that Qatar has right now?
Definitely, China relationship is an important relationship for Qatar, and they are also one of our largest gas buyer. And the relationship with China has been always a good and friendly relationship, and we have strong economic partnership together with them. And I don't think that any of the countries in the Gulf wants to be in choosing between China or America, and we are not in such a position. It cannot be like either or. We have very strong alliance and relationship with the United States, and we want to have a strong relationship also with China. In Qatar, it just happens that we have this trading with them, where we supply them with gas, and they are supplying us with different materials. And the relationship mainly is an economic relationship, but we are always willing to expand our relationship with different countries in Asia, not necessarily China, but at the end of the day, Qatar part of Asia, and the Asian market is a very important market for us.
Are you taking Chinese investment into infrastructure, telecoms infrastructure, for example?
There is no much Chinese investment in Qatar in the infrastructure, and in the telecom mainly, I don't recall any investment from them.